Well, hello there, and welcome to my studio. I'm Joanna at Vintage Baby 63 on Instagram and here on YouTube. Okay, guys, the week totally got away from me last week. Just lots going on, very busy at work, so I was unable to make lunchtime videos and show you my next Valentine card from my kit. Now, I know tomorrow's Valentine's Day already, so might be a little late for this Valentine's, but as I always say, it's never too late to share some love with those you love. So even though tomorrow's Valentine's Day and you might not get this card made in time to send away in the mail, well, they definitely wouldn't get it. You have time to make it, though, and give it to somebody that you don't mail to. Maybe somebody at your church, somebody you work with, a good friend, a neighbor, anybody. So, let's get right to it. So, card number 2 has several little things, including this vintage Denison label, which I love those things. I love them a lot. I tend to use them a lot. I also have a couple of doilies. I have a heart-shaped doily. I'm sorry, it's not a heart-shaped doily. It's just a heart-shaped cutout. And this came from a set from one of my favorite suppliers, my favorite dealers. No, I'm just kidding. Excuse me. The Stamp Market. Great dies. So easy to cut with. Oh my goodness, now I got the hiccups. Okay, so I got that. But I also have this doily, which, like I said before, I do not remember the maker of this doily. And I was unable to really kind of look back. I couldn't even find where I bought it from. I'm sure it was somewhere on the internet. Might have been Amazon, might have been eBay, might have been just some random craft place online. So anyway, I also have my standby cards game cards that I use a lot, because at one point, every time I found this game, it's called Probe. It is a vintage card game. And it has lots of alphabet cards, cards in the deck. So I have so many of these that I don't know if I'll actually be able to use them in my lifetime. So I'm kind of just looking at what I have and kind of just, I know last time I kind of talked about being in art, taking art for several years in high school, and have always lived by the art, quote unquote, rule of by threes, or something being in an uneven number. So this paper right here, I just cut out of I keep bags and bags of scraps. Valentine is kept with other Valentine. It's all kept in a bag. Valentine, Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving kind of in the same bag. I kind of organize my scrap pieces by what they are or what they represent, or by color. I have several different stashes here and there. So this was actually picked out of the Valentine scrap. But this is from Simple Stories. Their Valentine line from 2023. I do not remember the name of it. But if you Google Simple Stories, Valentines 2023, you will see it. Okay? So, I had the buttons, I had some lace, which I'm thinking that I'm going to cut this in half because it's a really big piece. And I'm thinking that I want to make little tabs Well, that's really still too big. Oh, you know what? If I put it on the back, you really can't see. I mean, you don't see how big it is. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take my tiny stapler, my tiny attacher, and just staple that to the card. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And let's see. So, any special plans for Valentine's Day tomorrow? I don't think I have any special plans, really. My husband and I, we usually will go to dinner. We don't really give each other gifts every year. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But he is a conductor for Union Pacific. He is also an engineer, but right now he is working as a conductor until his number comes up to go up to engineer. So I don't know if he'll be here tomorrow or not. If he's here, we'll probably go to dinner. If he's not, we won't. Okay, I'm thinking I want to put that stamp. This is a vintage postage stamp. I recently bought a bag of them at the flea market for $33. And I'm talking, there are literally thousands of canceled, used postage stamps in the bag. They will, I'll have them forever. So I like the idea of putting the postage stamp on there. I also have this ticket. It kind of looks orange in the camera, but, well, it's kind of a salmon pink. That's probably why it looks kind of orange. And I'm thinking I want to put it on here somewhere. I want to make a little cluster right here, or a little, not necessarily, some people call them clusters. I just call it a collage of elements. I think I'll put it right there. I like it. Right there. So I'm trying to keep it all in this little doily. So there's 3 elements right there, just in that little spot. Then we got, if you want to call elements here, you could call this 1, this 2, and this 3. So that's really a pretty full. But I still have this little piece here. So I'm going to add another little piece right there. I just like the way that looks. I mean, that's 3 elements right there. 1, 2, 3. So I think you kind of get what I'm thinking when I'm thinking in 3s. Then I have this label. I think this label is going to be too much. It's too big to work in with the rest of it. So I will probably put this aside and maybe use it. Maybe I could put it right there. No, I think that's too much. I like more of that red showing there. Put that white there. You're not really going to see the heart. The heart's going to get lost in all this. So I see it kind of as you have a ticket to my heart. It's kind of my theme, or what I'm thinking with this. Yeah, so this I'm going to have to save for another day. So I'm just going to put that aside for right now. Obviously, the heart that I had, that's also going to go to the side. I actually might be able to make another card out of this. Or we can make a pocket. I can make another element out of this by itself, you know? Yeah, I can make this into a little pocket. And then I also have the flower. The flower will look really nice right there, taped actually. I have some Scotch tape that I have taken. Let's see if I have a color I want to use. I've taken alcohol inks, and I have, these are all plain, and created vintage looking Scotch tape with them. And you know what? I actually have time to, we're going to put this aside for right now. I actually have time to kind of show you what I mean by that. You know what? I like the fatter tape. I like to do these in, I guess 1-inch pieces of tape. And then I also like to do, I think this is a 1/4 inch, not a 1/2 inch. Let's see. I don't even know if Scotch tape comes in 1/2 inch. That's the wrong side. There we go. Oh, so this is 1/2 inch. And this other one is probably 1 inch then, right? No, it's more like 3/4 inch. All right. Learn something new every day. Okay. I don't know. There probably is 1 inch. But these are the two sizes that I work with. So I'm going to get my alcohol ink. And one of the ones that I really like to use is the sepia. The sepia alcohol ink. Right? And I'll also, let's see, what did I do with my cotton balls? You know what? I don't know what I've done with my cotton balls. We're just going to see how it looks, just by doing what I'm going to do. So, let's do that. We're going to put that on there. Oops. I don't even have any paper towels in here. I am greatly lacking. Oh, you know what I can use? Let's see. Probably going to dry before I get to it. I could use one of these things. So I just take, normally I use Scotch tape. Cotton balls, because I like it to kind of give it a, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm trying to say. Give it some texture. I don't like it to be just smoothed on there like paint. This is not creating much texture. As it dries, I'm kind of doing this to maybe, I don't want to wipe it, because then that kind of wipes off. But if you keep doing this, it kind of takes some of the color off, because it's pretty dark. This one is sepia. So the whole point of this is to try and make your Scotch tape look like it's old. And it's pretty dry now, so it's not going to really do much more than that. But there you go. And I don't know if you can tell. Let's see, if I take it off this, you can really, once I tape it down to something, you'll see what I'm talking about. How it looks vintage. Looks like Scotch tape that has darkened over time. So I'm going to take this piece of tape that I've just created, and I am going to tape my flower down with it. And there you go. And now you've got this vintage looking element. I like that. You like the way that looks? I do like the way that looks. All right. It's perfect to hold that flower down, right? Looks old, but it's not old. Oh, I need to, unfortunately, probably poke a hole. I used my glue this weekend quite a bit. So I may have left some glue in there before I put the lid on. And the, oh, come on, there it goes. So we're going to glue this all down. So look at there. Stuff that I put aside to make the card with is turned into another element. That's what I love about this kind of stuff. I love to take a bundle and make several things out of it. Okay, that label looks kind of crooked on there, but that's all right, right? Yay, I like that. Okay, so this is now going to be a pocket, which is so perfect. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that, the number 14. Tomorrow's the 14th. If I'd have noticed that was on there, I'd have folded it that way where you could see the 14. A little late for that, but that's okay. That is okay. So this right there is pretty much like a card. You can put a card in it. You can, I'm just going to take this kind of been playing with over here with the deck of cards and show you. You can write a note to your Valentine and you can put it in there. I don't know why it doesn't want to go. Oh, because I have something on the back. That's why it's catching on that. It's catching on that lip. Yeah, so look. You could put a gift card in there. You could put a note to your sweetheart. You could put anything in there. And I think something else. I'm kind of going off the track here, but I wanted to also share with you one of my favorite inks that I bought recently. It's calligraphy ink. It's by Ferris Wheel. You can't read that. It's called Bride to Be is the color. And I just absolutely love it. Love it. So I think what I'm going to do, and this is for dip pens only. This is not for putting in your fountain pens. This is for dip pens only. So we're going to dip. And we're going to write. We're going to write on here. I don't know how to write calligraphy, but can't help but get all loopy with this pen. It's just so much fun. If you've never tried a dip pen, I suggest trying one and just doodling with it, because I even love to doodle with it. And the reason why is because once it dries, it leaves kind of a raised feel to it. And this especially, this line of calligraphy inks from Ferris Wheel, I just love because, well, for one, I love the colors. But secondly, I just love the way it looks on everything. I could like write on everything with this pen. Works even better on paper that's meant for fountain pens. This vintage book page is a little more absorbent than it needs to be, and it's only due to its age, I'm sure. Among other things, it was not meant to write on it with calligraphy ink, but that doesn't keep me from doing it because I just love the way it looks. So yeah, look at there. And we did that in really, really quick time. That didn't take long at all. So, yeah. It's if you get a chance to buy some of this ink, I have 4 or 5 colors. I'm waiting for them to put out some new colors. But I have a gold, I have black, I have a really pretty blue. So, yeah. That's just like one of my favorite things to add some little highlights to anything that I'm making. And then I just put my pen in water. That's why I need to get me a paper towel in here. Just put it in there and rinse it off real fast. You don't want to let it dry on there, because if it dries, then of course you really you'll have to get something else to clean it. And it gets all in the little, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, the little crease part where the ink flows through. So yeah, so I just make sure I clean it off really good. When I'm done using it, I separate the little, I don't know if you can see it, but it does have a little crack right there. and that's where the ink flows through when you're writing with it. So you definitely want to be sure you clean that well before you use it again. Wow. So there we go, right? Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay. So that is one little piece that we made from the gather up that we did of my ephemera pack. I hope you got a chance to go by the store if you're local to Tucson, to go by Calliope and check out all the wonderful things in the shop. Now let's get back to this. So I'm pretty satisfied with how I arranged the yeah, I like that a lot right there. So now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll take a picture of what I've put together, what I've laid out, because now I'm going to have to move it out of the way to glue things down. So, you know, it might not end up being exactly how I thought it was going to be, and that's fine. It'll be close enough. I kind of keep it all together when I move it off, when I move it away from the, as you can see. So let's let this glue down. Now I'm going to have a hard time deciding what I'm going to give my husband tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Am I going to give him this card? Because my other card I mailed off to somebody that I made, the first one. This glue just today is just not happy with me. There's plenty of glue for that. Now, one of the other things that when I'm making something like this, I like to use the 3D tape a lot to pop things up. So I need to decide what part of this I want to pop up. So next, we're going to put these two things down. I don't think I'm going to pop these up. I think I'm just going to glue these down the way they are. Oops, I think I'm off camera. Hang on. Get this glue on and I'll change the camera. Put it back where it was. Okay. So now we've glued those two pieces down. And because this is kind of slicky paper and these are slicky, that's gonna, I gotta be careful that I don't move that around too much because I gotta give it a chance to dry so it doesn't slide. I think I'm gonna have to move this down a bit because I don't want this fabric piece sticking out too much because then it won't fit in the envelope. I cut this piece of paper right here exactly how it fits perfect into the envelope so that I wouldn't make that mistake and hang things over the edge that makes it impossible to get inside the pocket, or I'm sorry, the envelope. Okay, so now I'm going to glue down this. And usually when I'm gluing down vellum, I usually use a different kind of glue, but I'm really going to kind of cover up mostly what's in the circle by the other stuff. So, and this stuff right here, it dries clear and you really won't be able to tell it once it dries that's, you know, see how it looks darker there because I've got the glue there. It's really pretty good. Okay, so I've got that down. And next, see, we have this, and that covers that up. And we got this, and that covers up most of it too. Then we've got this. It does a good job of covering up most of it also. I like numbers, so I'm going to leave those numbers showing. And I don't think I'm going to pop dot. I don't think I'm going to pop dot anything. I think I'm going to leave it. Oops, let's move that down just a little. I don't like covering up the O from the XO. There we go. Okay. So So let's do the ticket first. Let's see, we are going on 24 minutes, so I need to be wrapping this up. All right, okay. Then I'm going to put, like I said, I want to keep that number showing. I don't want to cover that up. So let's put the postage stamp. It's going to go. I don't want to cover that up. So let's put that right there because I don't mind covering this up, right? As I said. Okay. Then we got this. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try to cover up. I think I wanted to put that underneath there. Pick that up before it dries. We're going to try and put that, come on. Okay, and we'll take this. Okay, what do you think? Do you like that? Should I do the little thing that I like to do with my, why are my nails looking so dirty today, folks? I have no idea, but, okay. So I think what I'm going to do here, you know how I like to add a little bit of line somewhere so that that stands out, because it kind of almost blends in, because it's such a light pastel-y pink, that piece of paper. So I'm just going to add a little white line around the edge so it kind of sticks out a bit. Yes. And then, let's see, should I do it there? Should I do it there? Actually, you know what? I'm going to add one more. I've ended up adding buttons several times now to what I'm working on. Just because 2 buttons is not the 3. And I had 6 picked out for the kit. But in reality, I like to keep the 3 thing going. That's just me. So we're going to put that there and those 2 there. And that covers up any of that glue that might not look so, might not blend in. Hold on. Oh gosh, excuse me. Okay. So there we go. And like last time, I will go back and add thread to these buttons so that they stand out a bit. And I do that, you know, it makes it look like I sewed it on. If you know anything about me, I do this a lot. I do the quote thing a lot. Okay, so the last thing. Okay, I got 2 minutes, which I think I will add. Oh, I want to show you real quick something else I've been working on. This was something else. Last year I gave my husband a tiny little book for Valentine's as his card. And I was thinking I was going to do it again this year. I just thought this was so cute. But I didn't finish it in time. And don't know if I'll have time to do it tonight. So that might be for someone else some other time. Not someone other than my husband. Just like my grandson or something. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to look for something. One of my little crimson stamps. Yeah, I definitely like that one. So, we're going to fussy cut him out. He's the one I probably pop dot up because that's what I like to do. I like to take my little crimson stamps and pop them up. I went on their website today looking for some new stamps and I didn't really saw a few I put in my cart. But not very many. I like to go in every once in a while, see what's new, add it to my cart, and then wait until I have like 8 or 9 items in my cart, because shipping from Japan is kind of expensive, so I don't want to like pick out a couple stamps and then go, oh, you know, send that off as an order. Who likes to fussy cut? Do any of you like to fussy cut? I find it very therapeutic, and I just like the look of it, especially when I put pop dots, right? So let's see, let me get this little bit right in here. I usually use tinier scissors, but so I don't know how close I'm getting because I don't have my glasses on. I don't wear reading glasses. I just wear glasses for distance, basically. And if I tried to wear them and do this, I wouldn't be able to see it. And okay, so that one. You know what? I have some itty bitty tiny hearts that are part of a confetti set that I have. Okay, I can't get that. It's alright. I'm not gonna worry about it. That has looky there. How cute is that? Okay, let me see where my little tiny hearts are. Let's see if I have one that's tiny enough to put on that little flag. Let's see, this is the tiniest that I have. So let's see if it fits, if it's too big. I would call that too big. You can't really see the flag because it's too big. Alright, it was a good idea, but that's not going to work. Okay. Alright. Oh, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I can't remember, but this is like the best pair of tweezers that you could ever find. I found these on Amazon for like $7. I use them all the time. Okay, so there's my guy. Let's move that up a little. We're going to switch this off and do it like that instead, so there's room for him. So what do you think? Do you like it? I like it. I like the way it turned out. This is definitely going to be my husband's Valentine card, because it's blank on the back side and I can write whatever I want on it. There we go. I hope you have enjoyed us putting together the second little, along with the little extra here, the second card that you can make with what's in my ephemera pack. So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, and hopefully I will make the last one. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow on Valentine's Day. So much love to you all. Thank you very much. Hugs and kisses, and I hope to see you again soon. Be creative. Be inspired. Get out there and make something.